Hello and Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to another exciting podcast. A podcast where we share the stories of resilience, where we share the stories of triumph, and where we share the stories of high spirit. I'm really glad today that you are going to join me with another exciting dose of inspiration. So, today we have a very remarkable story with us to share with you guys. And for that, I have invited a protagonist. She is the student of our online class, and she is here to share her story and her journey with us. So, let's welcome our student from online class. We have Ms. Shanza with us. Hello, Ms. Shanza.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you, Shanza?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you.
Okay, so Shanza, would you like to tell us about yourself, like who you are and what you are doing nowadays?
Okay, my name is Shanza Jameel and I hail from the city of Abbottabad. I did my bachelor's from Abbottabad University of Sciences with majors in English. I am also a civil servant aspirant. I began my preparation for the civil services exam in 2019 after the completion of my degree. Unfortunately, missed the bus by 4 marks in my first attempt and by 1 marks in my latest attempt. Since I have a degree in English, I really wanted to refine my spoken skills, so I joined University of Spoken Skills.
Thank you so much, Shanze, for sharing your wonderful introduction with us. Shanze, one question that we usually ask from all our students who come here, that how you got to know about University of Spoken English?
Okay, so I was in search of a good institution and I explored a lot of institutions, but I came to know that they were very traditional language centers and the all focus was on grammatical skills and some kind of rote memorization. So I was in quest of an institution where I would be provided with a stage where I could practice my spoken skills, and I get to know about University of Spoken English. And I have seen a lot of podcasts and the classes, videos recording. So I decided to choose this institute.
Very nice. And if we talk about our classes, English language classes specifically, so what made you decide like this is the time now I want to join English language classes with the university?
Actually, for me, the biggest challenge was immersive environment. I didn't find it, and even I felt sometime while joining different other institutions that my instructor were on the same proficiency level where I was. So my improvement was tangent and I was dissatisfied. So when I looked into this institute and I saw a lot of videos, so I was perfectly, it was perfectly understandable for me that this was the place I need to be in.
Perfect, great. So, Shanse, as you are a student of online class, and I already mentioned that you are taking online classes, so why you opted for online class as you are physically available in this vicinity and you can easily come to the university? So, why you felt like you should go for the online mode of learning?
Actually, at that particular time, I was still engaged in my civil service examination preparation. So, I wasn't able to travel a lot. Abbottabad is about 2.5 hours away from Islamabad. So it was quite impractical for me to travel every day. Also, there were a lot of things going on with my family. So that limited my reach to be here.
Very nice. Shanza, if we talk about your experience with the online classes, so what would you like to say about your so far experience with the online classes?
I have, it's amazing. I really feel confident while articulating my thoughts, and I feel like this is an institution. If you want to improve your skills, if you want to enhance your speaking skills, this is the right place to be in. So yeah, my experience is amazing in here.
And as you are talking about the skills enhancement, so what do you think that how you improved your skills after joining online classes, or are you feeling any sort of change in your language proficiency, any improvement that you see in yourself?
Before this, I have already, taking a lot of class. So I was of the view that I need to be more focused on grammar skills. So when I came here in University of Spoken English and I got interviewed by Sir Kamran, he told me that your grammar is perfectly fine. You just need a stage and to practice your skills. And they provided me with that stage. So now I am confident that I can integrate the grammar into my speaking skills. I can articulate my thoughts. And all these areas of language like vocabulary, grammar, and articulation, they are part of my language skills now.
So you have worked on these things with the passage of time, right? So when we start any language journey, or when we start any sort of journey or any new experience, so we always see some challenges. So would you like to talk about your challenges, like what sort of challenges you have gone through in your whole journey?
Okay, for me, since I have a degree in English linguistics, for me the only challenge was immersion. I didn't find that environment where I could speak. So until I got here, I got the stage. I think that was the only challenge I faced by my this journey.
Taking the classes. And if we talk about the pedagogical skills, your journey in the class while the teachers were there to teach you, so what would you like to say about the regarding the teaching methodologies and the way teachers teach you in your classes?
Actually, this is something that's amazing about University of Spoken English. They know how to, make you talk on certain topics. You really feel like you are in an environment where the topics are really real life, and you really you really got an idea and about the time to share your experiences about your real life. So
You can relate all the things with your day-to-day life.
exactly. The method was quite amazing. We have been given a stage. We have given a lot of time to focus on grammar as well as our spoken English. Along with that, we were given a lot of assignments that would allow us to, spend a lot of time with this language, and that's perfect.
All right. So, if you were given a chance to recommend these classes to any of the students, so would you recommend these online classes for the students who are looking for improving their language skills or who wanted to work on their English language?
Yes, I would definitely recommend them to be the part of this prestigious institute, because I have spent a lot of money and I have wasted a lot of my time in order to find an institution like this. And my quest started in 2019 and it ended in 2024. So it's been a long time since. So I think definitely everyone should, whoever wants to ensure that he's good at communication skills, he need to be the part of this university.
Perfect. And Shanze, as you mentioned, like you have given exams for the civil services. So I would like to ask a few questions from that, so that all the listeners who are listening our podcast, they will get some insight. So if you talk about the civil services or your journey of civil services, so which skills do you think that are essential to appear for such exams?
For being a good civil service, there are a lot of skills you need to be good at. But I would say that being good at diplomacy is one of the important skill, because you need to deal with political entities and you have also deal with public as well. Above all, I would say empathy. Empathy is very much important because you have responsibilities, you have power, and empathy is something that would put you into the right direction because you have to make a lot of decisions.
Great. And as a child, you always wanted to be a civil servant, or you had any other sort of dream, or would you like to talk about that? Like as a child, like we always think that when I grow up, I would like to be this. I wanted to go for this profession. So was it your childhood dream, or was that dream changed with the passage of time?
No, it wasn't my childhood dream. Actually, I was someone who is very keen into helping others. I always wanted to take up on leadership roles, and I find joy to help others. Also, I really strive to be someone who is independent. So when I was in class 8, I realized that this is a profession that would provide me with the opportunities to be independent and also would help me to help others and make a difference.
Great. And as you mentioned, like because of just a few marks, you couldn't make it. And how you take the failure, like as you couldn't succeed in what a thing that you always wanted and you really worked hard for it. So how you take that failure?
My experience with the perception of failure was not smooth actually. I was very stressed that I missed the bus by just few marks, and it was not just about the civil service exams. Many other exams I have appeared in, I got dropped out by just some marks. So my journey was very stressful, I would say. But at the end, I find that this is one, only efforts are in our control. We can only put efforts in something, and if we put effort in something, our hard work is going to pay off at some particular time in our lives. So yeah, it made me pretty strong.
Yes, and results are really going to be obvious if you're putting really your heart and soul into something. Great. So, would you like to pursue your further career or effort to become a CSS aspirant, or if not, so how you see yourself as a teacher for guiding others who are going to start the same journey? So, how would you think of inspiring others? So, how you take this thing?
I still have one chance. I think the dream of being a civil servant is within reach for now, and I would continue pursuing that. Uh, Along with that, I think I'm good at communicating. I have this skill of being empathetic towards others. I know how people struggle in their lives and how they strive to be good at something. So I think I would justify my role as a teacher.
Okay, so what advice would you like to give to a person who is just going to start the preparation for the civil services? Is there any tip that you would like to share, or anything that you have gone through and you don't want others to go through and suffer through the same thing? So, any tip or any advice that would you like to
It's a
share?
very long journey, I would say, Ma'am Samara. So be ready for setbacks because you have to face setbacks at particular stage of your preparation. Be resilient, and I would say above all, find a mentor. I think mentor is someone who would guide you, who would, lead you to a path where you can do your best. So find a mentor, be resilient, and put your efforts.
I really agree to this statement because at times, even if we talk about the online classes or any sort of learning or skill upgradation, so at times students they feel like they can do things, by their own, and they don't need a mentor or they don't need guidance from anybody. So I think that there should be a person who can lead you towards the right path and who can guide you like this is the right thing and this is the not wrong thing. So I think that's an important thing whenever you are starting a journey. All right. So, one more thing that I would like to ask, like as I talked about the failure and how you face the challenges. So, do you ever regret about choosing to go for this thing or go for these exams, competitive exams?
Not really, but sometimes I wish I if I had balanced with my career as a teacher, so I could have done better. And occasionally, I feel like choosing my aspiration of being a civil servant over my responsibilities as an elder daughter was a bit selfish, maybe. So yeah.
And if we talk about the time, like you have spent enough time and you spent enough your energy and effort. So do you ever regret it by putting enough time and energy into this thing and not succeeding in the end?
I'm not successful yet, but I have learned a lot of things about in this journey. It made me resilient. It made me hardworking, and it also helped me to manage stress because at times you are really stressful about your preparation for the civil services. So it has given me a lot. I would say I would not regret this
Great.
decision.
I really like the spirit and the passion that you are showing. So, one more thing that I just want you to share with all the audience, like as you are aspirant, you for the competitive exam, you are still pursuing your career as English teacher as well, and you are also still learning. And after all this, still you opted for the online classes and you wanted to work on your language a bit more. So what advice would you like to give to the listeners who are listening you, or what would you like to say about the online classes and everything?
The system here in University of Spokane is quite amazing, and I would say that language, especially English language, is something you really need to enhance it, and you really need to be good at it. And I would recommend that join these classes. The system which is in place here is amazing, and it would definitely help you to achieve your goal.
Yes, because at times people they have this perception like maybe right after the COVID, the perception it really deviated from the norms. Like people feel like the online classes they are not worth it, and the children they couldn't pay attention or they couldn't develop their skills by these. But it's just like it's an amazing platform where they can upgrade their skills from the comfort of their home. So I think that's amazing. So any last message would you like to share with the audience regarding success or failure or anything?
Never regret the decisions you have taken because you were passionate about it. Life may throws you on the ways where you feel like I shouldn't have done this, I shouldn't have choose this, but there is a higher power guiding us, and eventually our efforts are going to pay off. So do the best whatever you want.
Thank you so much, Shanza, for being there today, and it was amazing talking to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, audience, for listening. Another inspiring story from our online classes. See you again with another inspiring story. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.